that reaction, that wasn't for how live action this episode was. Oh no. It was for the fact that this is take 2 of this review. Take 2. Oh, what happened to take 1, you ask? I'm glad you wanted to know. So, as I'm halfway through it, I'm up to where Ichigo fought Uryu, the halfway point. And I notice I see zeros. See, when I hit record, I can see the time marker. You know, I see it. And out my lower peripheral, I see zeros. I go to check and stop. Bam. Gray screen. Zeros. Everything I said, not captured. Trial and error. This comes with the territory. Things like this have happened to many content creators. This has happened to me before. I remember during the manga when Mayuri fought Stern IC Pernidus, and I was going in. And you all know me. I go off of the dome with this. So I give you the live action reactions, basically. You know, that's why it's live action. It's live. So, man, I go to check my battery. No, I go to check the camera. Dead. Battery is dead. Of course, that was with my old camera. In terms of battery life, no, there is no way that would happen to me in terms of that. But just little hiccups like that. Man, there's times where after I get done recording, I go to export it. It only exports half of the video. I remember I didn't do a super proof check, and I uploaded it. I'll never forget someone was saying, why is there only half of the video or the video cut off? I was frustrated and a little bit embarrassed. So it's just little things I have to check now every single time. So now, you know how they say, new fear unlocked, you know, new concern unlocked now. So, oh man, it is what it is. Let's start this from the top. But before I get this started, again, I want to thank everyone for sending all the goodwill wishes, sending the love, the prayers, the positive energy regarding my father. For the ones who do not know, for the ones who don't have social media, my father is very ill. I don't live in the same state as my parents, so I went down there to help out with things, you know, check up on them, get an update, everything. And yeah, the flight, a little bit annoying, you know, to and from, had to change flights. I do not like that. When I went to Japan, straight shot, no flight changes, 14 hours. But anyway, he's doing a little bit better. I was able to do my part. I was able to give a lot of information, you know, to my mother in terms of how to help out with my dad. Doctors only know so much, and doctors can get wrong, but whatever. I'm not trying to turn this into a real world topic health video. So that being said, thank you all so much. So I'm back at it again. That being said, it is me, Captain Vizard Ace. We are live action. You already know what it is. Here to bring you this review again of Bleach the Betrayer, season 3, episode 30. So yes, we all know the bread and butter of this fight is Uryu fighting Ichigo. But leading up to the fight, I noticed a little bit major differences. So let's start out with this one real quick, because I just want to hurry up and get to it. A lot of people have been debating this amongst the Bleach community. When you see Bach having a struggle with Mimihagi, we see a new type of design in terms of this spirit energy being dispersed. But they're saying this is the overall new look of the spiritual pressure. You know, the original look, how you just see the static in the lines. Me personally, I don't think that this is replacing the old look. I think this is just Bach's version of it. Or if it's not Bach's version, maybe it's just the effect of him clashing or trying to rip off Mimihagi from the Soul King. So, looking back at it, since the episode 1 of season 3, of this season, I'm trying to recall any moments when we've seen the spiritual pressure effect, and did it look like this? I don't think so. So I think this is either A, exclusive to Bach, or just, you know, the effects of him going toe-to-toe with Mimihagi. And then we got the Yoruichi, of course, with those angles. You all know what I'm talking about, and they know what they're doing. I mean, hell, in the manga, we see those angles with Yoruichi during this moment, but in the anime, they added those extra angles. And, of course, the cloak will go up real fast, and it come down real slow, or the way she lands or catches herself. And I do like they actually added in something new. You know, when it cuts to commercial, they actually gave information on those seals that she was slapping on the Soul King to preserve them. And originally, they never spoke on that. Well, it was never spoken on in the manga or anything. I don't even think in any of the data books. If so, correct me if I'm wrong. But this makes sense that this is coming from her, man. This seems like she's like Bruce Wayne, man, like Batman. She always has some type of spiritual gadgets or old ancient artifact or relic or talisman from her clan, because I think the Shihoan, that noble family played a role into what happened with the Soul King. And it only makes sense that she has access and just knowledge of all these types of spells and techniques and abilities and trinkets and talismans, you know, that came through all her bloodline. Matter of fact, her being able to turn into a cat, that's something exclusive to her family. Not just turn into a cat, but animals, period. Matter of fact, she learned how to do that, so she'll be able to sneak out at night or sneak away whenever she wanted to. But why a cat? Why not just a bird? Okay, so moving on. In the manga, Ichigo fired a black Getsuga, but in the anime, he fired a gold one. And I like how Bach, he just instantly counters it, like faster than a millisecond, and just bam, fires the arrow right at Ichigo, but Ichigo, he blocks it. That I love, because we've seen something similar like that when Ichigo fought Bach in the last episode. And also, I noticed they removed a lot of that good dialogue regarding how Bach was telling Ichigo they share the same will. Like, it's in our will to basically both of us to take out the Soul King. That they actually removed, but they kept the part when he just swung at Bach. In the manga, he swung at Bach after the speech, when in the anime, he just swung right at him. And they added the extra tidbit when he went to block it in the manga. You didn't see the blow vein, but in the anime, you actually see the blue vein. So I look at this two different ways. One, in the manga, it can showcase just how powerful Bach is, but it can also downplay how powerful Ichigo has become, because you would think like, damn, this is true Shikai Ichigo, you know, Bach is able to block it willy-nilly, while yes, this is Bach, almighty activated. It's like, come on now. But in the manga, the anime, I like how they showed that, yeah, even though I am Bach, this is the almighty, I still need to activate the blood vein to block your slash. Because yes, we've seen before in the past throughout Bleach, not everybody needs to focus the spiritual energy or spiritual pressure at that specific point where they're being struck, because we know the rules. When two spiritual pressures clash, the weakest gets pushed back. Thus what happened with Ichigo when he fought Kenpachi. So I do like how they added that extra tidbit of the blood vein being right there on Bach's forearm. So basically, leading up to when Uryu arrives, it was basically spot on with the manga. Not too many major changes. I mean, slight different angles. Another thing that they added in that I did notice, when Yoruichi got blasted off the palace, we seen an extra angle where she fell down that way, but other than that, it was pretty much spot on. Now, you and I both know why you all clicked on this video. It is to hear what I got to say about the Ichigo and Uryu fight. Now, yes, I wouldn't feel like an actual reviewer if I just made a Bleach review talking about one thing that happened in the episode. To me, that's not being a good reviewer. There are times where I only want to talk about just one thing, but I don't know. Some of you will probably still watch it, and I appreciate it, but if you've been watching me since the beginning, I do the whole thing. But if there's something I really like, super analyze it, etc., and I will dig on that for the most part of the review. But I did notice some things in this fight. Let's get into it. First thing first, this fight, the cinematography, this was just beautiful, perfect. The music, the angles, the lighting, everything. I never thought we would see these two fight. I know we were getting new scenes, new footage all throughout the turn of the anime, but this right here, I mean, there was like little talks about it here and there amongst the Bleach community, like maybe, but oh man, I didn't know they would go in like this. But it kind of makes sense now that I think about it, because in the intro, in the outro, all this promotional video stuff, they were really showcasing like the heavy theme of this is Ichigo, Uryu, that's all you see. So starting out with the music, I love this track. You first hear this track when Old Man Yama fights in season 1, and then you hear this again when season 1 or season 2. But anyway, you hear this track again when they showed the original Gode 13. That right there, it was perfect. But this one is slightly remixed. This is another version of it. I can kind of hear some English in this. I swear I woke up this morning, something. See, you all know what I'm talking about, but I have to find that track. The original track, that's on my workout playlist. Yeah, a ninja works out to that song. You know, some of you probably can, some of you probably can't, but trust me, it can get you through some workouts. But the start of this fight, when Uryu went on and started throwing the arrows, using the arrows with no bow. At first that shocked me, but then I said, you know, okay, that makes sense. It does. I mean, how do we see Uryu summon the arrows? The spirit product was in his hand. So it makes sense he's able to do that. That was hella smart. It made me wonder, why didn't he do that before? Or if he wasn't able to do it before. That, I don't know. But the third time, the third movement was a kick. I don't know if some of you caught that. A lot of his swings are real elegant, like, you know, almost ballet-like. But it was smooth, man. He was so smooth with it. And the way in the manga, how he made Ichigo fall, he did a very similar thing like this. In the anime, went in the air, rained down the arrows, Ichigo was to fall through. And Ichigo, the way he was dodging and evading the arrows, I think one came from behind, arrows started coming up from the ground. Ichigo, he's just hightailing it. And Uryu, I don't know how he was moving or what he was doing, but the way when Ichigo was running, and then out of nowhere, the arrow comes from the front. And when he hits him, bam, right there, blood vein. And Uryu is in shock. He's shocked, and then he gets hits with a Getsuga, and Ichigo right there, bam. So stop. I want to talk about this, especially right here. So did Ichigo really win that one? Because it's being debated right now. Who won this fight? Who really won? So let's really, really think about it. Now, yes, Ichigo is my favorite character. I was rooting for Ichigo. Uryu was cool too. But you have to think about it. On one end, Ichigo, he's the main character. He's mixed with everything, blah, blah, blah. But Uryu, he drank the blood of Baka. So it makes you wonder, like, ooh. But why did Ichigo get Uryu right there in checkmate? It was because Uryu was shocked to see Ichigo have the blood vein right here. And it makes sense. I like how they added that in. See, you have a new fight, something that's new, and they're adding new details into something new. Genius. I love it. And I was thinking about it like, damn, oh yeah. Did we ever get confirmation or any type of dialogue of Uryu mentioning Ichigo having Quincy powers? If so, I probably forgot. But I know for a fact, leading up currently in the Bleach storyline, you know, the new brothers from hell, they're older, still friends. I'm pretty sure conversations have been had since the end of the war. And I know by that time, Uryu already knows. But at this moment, it is cool that he actually seen that. I mean, you've seen the expression, then it cuts to Ichigo, then it does another zoom in on Uryu's face, eyes twitching, you can hear the, it was perfect, and then he hit him with the Getsuga. So that's why. So it makes me wonder how this fight would have went if A, the arrow just would have hit him. I don't think that would have killed him. It just would have hit him, or if Ichigo would have dodged. Either way, the fight would have went completely different. Now, I'm not saying Uryu would have guaranteed won, but he still maybe would have, because we know Ichigo wasn't really trying to kill Uryu. But it seems like, I don't know, those first few swings, the beginning of that fight, man, those seem like some swings that was to hit Uryu, man. Like, it's man. You know, let's take it back a little bit. The little back shoulder clash, and they both bumped into each other. I've been seeing that floating around everywhere. Real good shot. I do like it. And I've actually seen people comparing that. You guessed it. Y'all know what I'm going to say. Oh, this is Sasuke and Naruto energy. First off, don't you ninjas, pun intended, don't you ninjas ever disrespect Bleach like that. First off, look, that, no. The relationship between Sasuke and Naruto is so different between Uryu and Ichigo. So different. Naruto and Sasuke, they are like true best friends. They grew up since they were little. I don't know a lot about Naruto, but from what I understand, aren't they reincarnations of some older ancient ninja motivators? The ones that the two statues where they were fighting, aren't they reincarnations of those characters? But like, no, just because they bumped into each other, yes, they probably felt frustrated and annoyed. Maybe, I don't know. Some would say with the expression on their face, but no, that did not give me vibes of them two fighting. Yes, Ichigo and Uryu, they met in high school. They're not best friends. Some still debate if they're rivals. Some say no, Grimmjow and Ichigo are rivals. No, Grimmjow and Renji are rivals. Now I don't think it's no more. No, they think Ichigo and Uryu are rivals. Maybe they're rivals in this arc. But just because they bumped into it, maybe it gave the energy from the look. But nah, I seen posts, you got people full blown thinking, oh, this fight was inspired off the final fight of Naruto and Sasuke. Like, what? Don't ever disrespect Bleach like that, especially how strong Bleach has come back. Now, I'm not taking away nothing from, you know, that fight in Naruto versus Sasuke, because I seen that fight. It was pretty cool. So, yeah, but nah, I didn't get that feeling from it. When I first seen it, I didn't think, oh, Sasuke and Naruto vibes right there. Psst, ninja, please. So anyway, Uryu did say, this was your chance to kill me. So, I mean, yeah, Ichigo could have killed him. Yes. But it was because Uryu got stunned. But at the same time, if Ichigo really wanted to kill him, he wouldn't need Uryu to be stunned to take him out. So you see, I can go either way. So, but overall, yeah, Ichigo, if he really wanted to, come on now. And it seemed like, of course, Uryu, he was holding back just a little bit. That's why, unfortunately, we would never know. On paper, we know Ichigo will win because he's stronger, but if they were to truly all out, I mean, I think Ichigo would still take it. But one thing we cut to, more footage. Oh, they could have left this out, but just a little bit. I'm glad they kept it in because this seemed like it was a waste. Chad, Ganju, and Orihime taking on all the four horsemen. Oh, God. If I was Star Knight X, I'd just snipe their ass real quick. If I was the Miracle, I'd been would have just knocked them off. If I was Pernidus, I'd have just grinded them all up. You know, ask Nakamura the death dealings. He probably, you can see he really doesn't like confrontation. But, oh my God, Ganju throwing the firecrackers. And I like how it was not even implied. It was, they just said it like, you think you can defeat us with that? And, oh, yeah, we get it. Yeah, we can't defeat you. Yeah, there's nothing we can do. I will give it to Orihime. Out of those three, she impressed me. Out of all those three, she impressed me the most. She actually was able to block the force, just a swing of the force from the Miracle. She was able to knock that up in the air. I do think that was cool, but I mean, we see Ganju, he does the Seppai, you know, the sand. Oh, prior to that, it's the fireworks as a distraction. Then he does the Seppai with the sand. Now, I get it. He's probably thinking, okay, we can make him fall. So, yeah. But I thought this was funny. Pernidus with the sand. I wonder if this was like the revelations of what was going to happen. You know, Senjumaru, when she was doing her Bunkai, he was letting them know, hey, this is how you're possibly going to die, or this is going to be the next attack you're going to get hit with. But him and the sand, he just can't escape it. So, anyway, back to the Ichigo Uryu fight. When Uryu activated his final holy form, this gave me hope that we would see this with Hashwalk, because I'm saying it now. You can clip it, mark my words. They will extend that fight between Hashwalk and Uryu. They have to. That is a major, major fight. I'm willing to bet the promotion and the intros and outros of the next season possibly is not going to happen till late next year. Yeah, they're really going to be promoting those two. And then we have to see it, man. We really do. Because I have a feeling Kubo, he probably still has that design just ready, and it probably pained him so much he wasn't able to use it in the story. But Uryu's design for his final holy form, it fits him very well. It's not dramatic, it's not over the top, but it's slightly underwhelming, but it meets in the middle for me where it works. You know, it's clean, smooth, it's simple. And going back to when he fought Senjumaru, yes, that was not his final holy form being activated like a lot of people thought. I kind of thought that it was, but it was just a power boost, or the holy form being slightly activated. But one thing I did notice, he does not have a halo that I noticed, and it seems like he has all these you know, these funnels, you know, that he has. And it's similar. I've been seeing this as well. It's similar. I get it to Zenbun Sakura. I know people saying, oh man, they gave him Byakuya's Bunkai. Oh, you know, I get it. Uryu's doing this, everything's going around, but it looks like the feather butt end of arrows, you know. And I noticed also when he went to his final holy form, you see Ashworth, he was watching because he knows what's up. We all know what's up. But man, it again, the bells, you hear the bells, the lighting, the angles. Like I said, this was just pure cinematography. The angles, man, the angles get even better. And one of the things I can really appreciate when they were all flying at Ichigo, not only can they just fly at him, you see these spiked little barbs and they can just shoot spiritual energy, like spiritual lasers, you know, and Ichigo, he was deflecting them and blocking them. But one thing I can appreciate, it wasn't recycled animation, because we see this in every single anime. Even in Bleach, if I want to keep it real, you see the animation cycle in a loop. So say if he dies, swing, dies, swing, they'd do that. You know, especially if they're giving dialogue. Like, you think you can defeat me? Well, let me tell you about that. They just keep doing it. But if you go back and watch it, that was not the case. It was new movement, new frame, new animation. I love that because it shows the hard work and the dedication that the studio really put into this, and I can really appreciate that as a Bleach fan. Yeah, but I knew it. Chad goes to rush the miracle, and he just blows them all off. I mean, them falling down, they just activated the holy forms. They can fly and whatnot, and they just, I don't understand how they can't realize that. Like, do they not have enough knowledge? Like, okay, falling in the Bleach world, unless it's done from a critical blow, like, these characters, they can manipulate Reishi in a lot of ways. You know, the Quincy soldiers can stand on air. Like, come on now. Then they have the wings. Like, him thinking they could just fall, but whatever. But yeah, I'm just glad they got blown off. I was like, good, yeah, get them out of there. Chad, Ganju, or Hime, yeah, whatever. So, the part that I really like is when Ichigo was flying through the air and he was getting chased by the funnels. And you see the way the camera zoomed in on Uryu, then it turned to the side, it looped around. It gave me some sweet Gundam type vibes, man. The way he was just flying and dodging, it was just flawless. Flawless. I loved every second of this. And you see Ichigo, I think he fired 4, 5, 6 Gatsugas. Just spam them. Now this, in this case, it was good to spam. That I do like. Now in the anime, I see what they're really going for. I mean, they are really selling it, because in the manga, yeah, he was just going with the whole I'm a Quincy. You see this a little bit in the anime, but now they extended on it. It really makes it believable. You know, I know he's a double agent, but man, you can tell he's still sort of like 50-50. He like, because of my grandfather, you know, they're soul reapers, and you know, I am a Quincy, but at the same time, you can see he wasn't trying to kill Ichigo. And I like how they implemented back when they showed the footage. He was sitting down under the underpass. He was going through that old book. He found the page, like more footage, additional history of his people, and it gave it that sense in the anime, like, okay, he's starting to learn more. Because some people are like that. They may not care about what happened in the past per se, but then as they get older, they do more research and history about the past. They're like, you know what? It changed their mindset on how they look, you know, forward in life. And that is a real thing. So I like how they did that. So it's like Uryu, he's giving himself this false fuel to the fire or to the flame to do what he's doing, even though we all know he's not truly bad, because like Ichigo said, all 3 of the worlds are going to be destroyed. Like, duh, that means you too. You're okay with that? And that's why I was like, come on now. He says, yeah, because I'm a Quincy, you know. Our people is the one who blood was shed, yada yada. So that's the only thing to me, even with this extra footage, that took away from all of this. I know deep down we all know he's a double agent. That's the only thing, and because of that, he couldn't go all out. He had to win over, you know, Bach and the other Star Knights, you know, the 4 Horsemen, you know, because if he was the bullcrap around, they're going to be suspicious. But Hashwoth, you already know he's suspicious. I mean, he's already suspicious of Uryu. So, see the new attack from Uryu, which I love, man. You got the design of the spear made out of the arrows, but yet there is no arrow head. You see the long part, and each tip looks like they have the butt of arrows, but they're all connected, man. It looks like it's just a perfectly shaped sphere with this real good, unique Quincy-like design. Uryu closes his fist, it closes on Ichigo, bam. Seemingly, there's no damage done. Either Ichigo is just that strong, or he used some blood vein that we didn't see real quick. But I like when the smoke happened, you can actually see, you know, the Quincy symbol. I thought that was pretty cool. And we see Uryu utilizes yet another ability to do his final holy form. I think it was called the Sternen Stub. I'm pretty sure I'm pronouncing that wrong. But it looks like, again, the Quincy Cross, real big, massive bow, the way he's utilizing it. And I already knew, like, yeah, this is going to be a very strong attack. And Ichigo, he goes to do the Getsuga's Jisho. And they both fire their attacks at the same time. You see the clash, and it looks like, of course, it pushes Uryu's attack back, and he misses on purpose, right there. And I'm like, see, he's not trying to kill Uryu. He could have just dodged, but I did like how they put that in there to actually show, like, yeah, even with this new attack, my Getsuga's Jisho is way stronger. And he told Ichigo, see, you're so naive. And I like how he summoned the arrow. If you go back and look at it, he did this, and it looked like it came out of his like the spirit gauntlet he had on, or spirit cuffs, like he had on these cuffs. And we've seen one symbol right here, one of the little arrow butts right here on his chest. So maybe that's his version of the halo, but whatever. So I like how after he summoned that from the cuff, he goes to shoot Ichigo. And if you look at Ichigo, his position, he has both hands back and they're crossed. I don't know if he was going to go bunkai. I doubt it, because to go bunkai, he has to put them together like this. But he had them like across like that. Maybe he's going to fire another Getsuga Jijaisho, but he doesn't have to do it like that. He goes to 1, 2. Unless that'd be another cool way to do it. He automatically does like that. Who knows? But anyway, he gets Ichigo right here. Again, it's not a kill shot. Now that's a lot of damage we've seen done to Ichigo. He falls. Then they show the episode number and you hear the Miracle laugh and say, oh yeah, you're one of us. And I noticed in the manga, so when he said that in the manga, Uryu had this smirk on his face like, you know, that was a good undercover smirk. Of course, again, in the anime, Hashwalth, he's just still, he's not buying it. In the anime, when Ichigo was falling, of course, we see he gets shot by Star Knight X going down. And I think Uryu says something along the lines of, if that fall doesn't kill him, there's no way they can get back up here. So shooting him to make sure he's dead, that was pretty unnecessary. I think it was along those lines, but I do like how the extra footage we got to see, and this makes sense. This really does. Is when Bach, he has all of them raise their sword in the air, the 4 horsemen, Uryu. And I think it was funny, you see Pronitis, you just see a sword go up. it just looks funny because, I mean, he's no arms and legs. I mean, we all know what he really is. And for Bach to cut through the crystal, it makes sense. So he needed the extra power from them to get summoned into that Reishi broadsword he had that he killed Old Man Yama with to crack that crystal. Why couldn't he do it himself? Remember, he told Ichigo is the perfect candidate because he's a mixture of everything. He even with, because Bach, while yes, he was able to pierce Adonis, you know, notice he still need Ichigo to cut through him, to slice him. And it was just too much for him to try to get Ichigo to crack that whole shell. So it makes sense that, damn, yeah, Soul King is still split in half, but I want to absorb him. I need to break through this shell. So in order to do that, you know, the barrier, bam, they all gave him the energy. He did that, it shattered, and then right there, he absorbed them. So I did like that extra footage because that was not in the manga as well. There you have it, at least, in my opinion, 10 out of 10 episode. Pacing was good, lighting was good, animation was good, music was good, the new extra footage and information. See, I love that when it's extra information and extra footage. You know, you got those multiple things. I love it. I just, there's nothing to complain about. If you were to complain, it'd be irrelevant nitpicks, and this episode was just too good for that. It was too good. So that being said, I loved it. Give me your thoughts, comments, and concerns. Do you think if they were to go all out, who do you think would win? Let me know down in the comments. Thank you all for watching. It's me, Captain Vazquez, signing out.